Senator Chuck Grassley wants Donald Trump Jr. to testify in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee over his Russia meeting. This is according to the Associated Press. But is the media already declaring him guilty? Look at that cover. Here now is former Governor Mike Huckabee. He is a Fox News contributor. I don't know. What's your take on that cover, first of all? That was quick.
It didn't take them long at all, but that's all the media has been obsessed about. I mean, it's almost embarrassing for them. They don't have the ability to be shamed. But if you would honestly watch most of the networks, you would think that there's not a thing in the world going on except an absolute, total obsession with whether or not Donald Trump Jr. had a meeting with the Russians, and he's already said that he did. Lasted 20 minutes, and it was so exciting. Jared Kushner got up and left after 5 minutes. Paul Manafort looked at his phone, and after 20 minutes, Donald Jr. said, "I'm done."
Yeah. What did you think of the revelation today? And we'll see if it bears out. But the idea that the Russian attorney involved was in the country because I guess she was going to Capitol Hill to meet with some other people, that she didn't have the proper visa in order to travel, and reportedly, this is according to The Hill, former Attorney General Loretta Lynch is the one that actually allowed her to come into the country.
Well, if there's any justice in this world, then not only would Grassley's committee have to look at that, but so would Bob Mueller. There's no way that you can ignore the fact that here was a person who had been denied a visa, then turned around and got one, wanted to meet with Donald Trump Jr. to supposedly dish dirt on Hillary, and she didn't have any, then showed up at a congressional hearing. I mean, this is pretty serious stuff. So the question is, who at the DOJ, we think it was Loretta Lynch, but who at the DOJ thought it was okay for this attorney to get the visa and show up?
It seems like the truth of the matter is that until recently, there were all kinds of sort of bizarre things going on with various Russian entities in the country, whether it was her coming in, whether it was that strange dossier, that was totally fake about the president that they were trying to circulate. I mean, there were just a lot of different things where they were trying to sort of sow chaos, not really specific to either party, but a little bit all over the place. So maybe it deserves attention, but I don't know who was really guilty of trying to take advantage of it ahead of time. Maybe everybody a little bit. What's your take?
Well, The Guardian is reporting, for example, that John McCain sent an emissary overseas to talk to a British emissary who supposedly got information, got it back to McCain, who then handed it to James Comey. Why haven't we, heard more about this? This is pretty significant when a sitting senator is getting information that could be harmful to the GOP president-elect. And why would he have it? Why would he even want it? And why hasn't he told us a little bit more in detail about what that information was and exactly what this whole trail of evidence is? I mean, there's just so many things. But I think as far as the Russians, look, they're like any other fishing expedition. They throw every hook in the water they can, hoping that something bites. And I think that that's exactly what we're seeing on the part of the Russians. Were they trying to disrupt things? Yeah. Did they have a particular interest in who won? I'm not sure they did. But I think the one thing we can conclusively say is that, Melissa, they didn't affect the outcome of the election. There's no evidence whatsoever of that.
Well, they certainly tried to impact it, and they tried to impact what Americans were thinking, and that's probably going to continue going forward. Maybe that's the takeaway. Governor Huckabee, thank you.